All right, about that time. Time to stack some pennies. We're here in the basement, NASCAR Productions. Do a little podcasting.
See Merriman and Chuck, our daily.
Working hard. Studio 3 for Dale.
Oh,
We'll both open the doors at the same time.
same time. That was awkward.
Y'all ready?
Fresh hat. Can't be.
Stacking Pennies merch. Now we're big time, Chuck.
That's why I got the hat on now, because we're big time in this.
We are big time. Let's do this thing. Tune in. Here we go.
Rate and review.
Rate and review. I had another penny taker this week. So there are a certain number of fans that once the race is over, they'll drive to the airport because they know all the drivers are flying or driving through, and they park their cars. I'm pulling up and I'm like 200 yards away and I'm like cruising fairly slow. And there's this kid and they've got signs made like billboards. And I've got this hat on and I'm kind of like low in my seat and like chilling. And I kind of like give him like a wave rolling past him. So the dad's in the mirror like, hey, like jumping up and down. I'm like, maybe this guy's got some die-cast cars or something. My man was emphatic, like trying to get my attention. So I look in the mirror, I whip it around. The dad and the son comes over and he's got a baseball that he signed. He's like, I'm a huge fan. I just thank you for stopping so much. And he hands me a baseball and a bag of pistachios. And I'm like, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Did you go to the race? Yeah, it was so fun. You were doing good. I know that it wasn't the day that you wanted to have, but you did a great job. And the dad's like behind the B post of the car. And he like nudges the son. He goes, son, that's not Ryan Blaney.
Yes.
So the dad's like, hey man, this is kind of awkward, but that baseball was meant for Ryan Blaney. Can we get that bag? I said, here's the baseball bag, and I'm keeping the pistachios. I was going back to the airport. Amanda's like, I'll just take a Q8, and I was like, no, you won't. Nah, no, I want the RS. Oh, with the big dog. Yeah. It looks sick. Brought the original old school. Bring it back out. Man, yeah. Where'd you even have that?
You know, I stopped at my parents on the way down here, and they just moved into their house, and they had boxes in the garage. We just opened up a box, and it was sitting in there. I was like, thank you.
Hell yeah. That's fucking awesome.
Perfect, right?
I just thought that the Marty Robbins story is really cool, and it needs to have a light shine on it as much as possible, because it's pretty cool to, have somebody with that amount of fame and fortune and all the stuff that goes along with it to want to be a race car driver in the same era that he was, making a living. So I think that's pretty cool. Come on, Janie. The wind's doing some work for me right now.
That's not bad, though. He was all the way around in a 360.
Right rear.
Yeah.
Check the length. We're done for a while here. Put tires on it. It'll be fine. It ain't bad. Yeah, 10-4. Go ahead and put tires on it, guys.
Is you want to take off the rear bar right now? No.
Let's just leave it, because they got enough to do right here. I'm going to get you quite a bit of grip with air pressure.
LaJoie, fourth quick. Bumps Landon Castle out of the 5 drivers that will advance to the final round.
I feel like 20% of the season we're next to each other up there.
Well, this is race 12, and I feel like we pitted next to each other 4 times.
4 times, yeah. So that might be better, 20%.
Reddick will be so fast for a long time, but for some reason, he just kind of always slips.
But them boys brought something last week that wasn't very good to Dover.
I think they learned what not to do.
I kind of had my chest poked out a little bit.
Yeah, and then fast forward 7 days later, and it's like, we'll get her done. We got
that's like the epitome of the sport, right?
That's it.
I mean,
Highs and lows, man.
look at Logano last week, right? And now he's on the stop.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what?
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
Must have read some good books this week.
Read Cale Yarborough's book, coming down here
Cale
ready to go.
Yarborough's book, yeah.
If we wreck in the same wreck, I'm hoping that Corey leaves in his fire suit so we can film him like Cale Yarborough in that one video where he leaves the track and goes home. He's petting the dog in his fire suit.
I gotta send it. Like their car's parked like right next to the pit lane. We ain't wrecking. We're driving to the front today. That's where we're going.
That's right. Only one way to go.
That's it. We got them right where we want them, all out front.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, I'll see y'all bit here. We're rolling in at the moment.
Right on. I'm about 20 behind you. I'll see you in a few.
All right, bud.
It's not very convenient with this gigantic pole in the middle of the pit box. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Oh, hi, Ryan. Sportsman.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, they're back there.
All right, I'm gonna go run tires.
Maybe we can have somebody bring it down here for us and they come to run tires.
What'd you check on this one, Jesse? Anything?
Put that tire starter in. What?
Just dump me right off.
Good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's roll.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Chuck's not allowed to drive the car anymore.
Is that running? Just so like there's actually video when I die. Flow Bros.
Oh, I went away.
Do you listen to the podcast?
Yeah, I want one of those hats.
Don't lie to me.
I do.
How are you?
Thank you, fine.
Good. How y'all doing? Love that. I really don't want to sit down.
You don't want to sit down?
No, I'm going to be sitting down enough. I'm going to stand up.
Well, I'll sit while you stand.
And we do a little podcast on NASCAR.com called Stacking Pennies. And it's on the hood this weekend. Who loves my throwback Marty Robbins scheme? Not enough of y'all, because y'all voted for Chase Elliott's car as the best throwback of the weekend. Unfortunately, that thing was stuffed in the turn 3 wall earlier yesterday. I just asked Ty before he left. I'll ask you the same question. 2 questions. One, what's the most embarrassed you've ever been at the racetrack? Because one is probably involving here. If I had to guess, 1997 potentially. Embarrassing here? When you wrecked and got lucky with that rain delay.
That's not embarrassing.
No, because you got the trophy. You got the trophy. So what's Jeff Bird's most embarrassing?
I wake up every day, I walk in my room, and there's a Southern 500 trophy there, and he says that's embarrassing.
Love that. Love that. All right. So shelf that one. Terrible question.
What was the inspiration for it? Do you know?
That's like Marty Robbins.
I know that. I mean, but why did you pick it? Or did you?
I think it's a cool car.
I do too.
Yeah. I just think the story of Marty Robbins, the guy that was like, the most recognizable country star back in his day, would want to race.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I remember, I don't have a picture of it, so it still happened. I remember being like 7, and my mom and dad said, "That's Marty Robbins at Nashville Speedway, racing against my brother."
Control, on pit road. I'll do what I can for you out here. Put together a solid day.
Green flag goes in the air. Joey Logano gets a great launch from the outside lane.
Well, our vote for best paint scheme of the year again goes to Corey LaJoie for this Marty Robbins short track throwback. Unfortunately, he threw it into the wall right there, and pretty hard.
Big time damage.
Correct. We'll at least look at it one time. Just come to the garage. Come to our garage, so.
the last lap.
Oh, he hit into the wall.
There you go.
Logano goes by.
Wow.
Dry spell will end this afternoon for Joey Logano.
Not the greatest day for the two-car P18, but my buddy Corey had a rougher day, and he's gone already, so I got to find a way home.